Alright, so for this example, we are trying to make an approximation of the mean, giving is a frequency distribution table, right? Alright, so without going through the details, every time you have a frequency distribution table, you want to end up, always you want to have the midpoint. Alright, so you want to calculate the midpoint. So for this interval here, the midpoint would be 0 plus 6 divided by 2, all right, and this should give you a 3, right? So this is going to be equals to 3. Now I'm going to do exactly the same thing for the second one. So it's going to be 7 plus 13 divided by 2, that's going to be 20 divided by 2, it's going to be 10. So now I don't have to go through all of this. There is another way to determine the next midpoints. So do you notice here between 6 and 13, all right, they are exactly 7 points. The same thing between 0 and 7, they are 7 points, all right? And you see the same thing happen between 3 and 10. So by consequence, the next one, always you're going to be adding a 7 again. Alright, so this is going to be a 17, the next midpoint. The following one is going to be a 24, and the following one is going to be a 31. Alright, so you get this list of midpoints. So now, why do we need the midpoints? It's simple, because I'm going to be using the calculator right away. Alright, the midpoint would be the representatives of the intervals. So instead of putting from 0 to 6, I'm going to put 3 instead. The frequency is going to be the same, the frequency. So let's get to it. So the first thing to do is you want to go to statistics and you want to edit, and then you're going to have this table. So if you have any data in this table, so what you need to do, you're going to go on top, highlight the L1, that's the first column, and clear it, clear, and then enter. All right, and that will erase all the data in that specific column, right? So what I'm going to enter here on the first column, I'm going to enter 3, and then 10, and then 17, and then 24, and then 31. All right, so then I'm going to move to the second column L2, where I'm going to place my frequencies. So in front of 3, I need to place 2. Make sure they are corresponding to every single row, right? The rows, they have to be in match. So it can be 2, enter, and then 9, enter, and then 6, enter, and then 6 again, enter, and then 3, enter. So I have my table already set up. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go to statistic again, and then I'm going to start calculation. So I'm going to be on the first variable, stat, and enter. So he's going to ask me a couple of questions. Is it the list in L1? Yes, that's correct. Now he's asking, is it the list, frequency list? And usually it's going to be empty, all right? So remember the frequencies, we put them on L2. So you need to type in L2, and L2 is right here in blue, L2 above 2. So how do you access to L2? You're going to do second and 2. That's you're going to type L2. And then you're going to go to calculate and enter. So the calculation is going to be a lot of numbers. And the only thing you need here is the mean, all right? So they are asking you estimate the mean, all right, for whatever it is data, all right, collected. And the mean is the X bar, all right? So what you're going to do is X bar, you're going to be equals to, and 16.73. Figure out how many places you need to, is asking you answer to 1 decimal places, all right? So whenever you write it down, X bar, you're going to be 16.7, and this is going to be your answer. All right, that's all.